Hey everyone, it's Cece with One Green Pea. Thanks for coming back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about what to do when your plants go rogue. A lot of times our concern as houseplant lovers is encouraging growth in our plants, getting them to unfurl new leaves and so on. But sometimes plants just have a mind of their own and they go crazy. Now, talking specifically about succulents, sometimes succulents get really long and leggy because they're searching for light. Now that isn't the issue with my succulents because I keep them in south and west facing windows. They're getting plenty of light. It's this particular plant that's just going bananas. So we're going to deal with it in a variety of different ways. This plant, in this planter, I kind of like this planter, and as a general rule, succulents don't mind being crowded, so the fact that there are lots of plants in here is not a problem. This guy, I'm going to give him a trim. I'm going to behead him. This planter I don't like at all. As you can see, like, there's brown and it's overgrown. So we're gonna take care of this one in a whole different way. And this plant, I'm gonna take out completely of this pot and redo this pot. And this one, I kind of like him. He's thick and long and well developed. So I'm just gonna repot him. I'm gonna put him in a bigger pot and then add some of the others in there as well. So let's get started. We'll start with the easiest one, and that's the beheading. Now, succulents are super hardy. Don't be afraid to cut your succulents. And also they're pretty inexpensive. So if you do something wrong, it's not gonna be the worst thing in the world. Okay, so in beheading, so this guy, I want to cut him way back. I want to be sure to leave a couple inches of stem and at least 2 or 3 leaves. So for him, I'm probably going to cut him pretty far back. I'm going to cut right here. So as you can see, I'm going to leave this amount of stem and a couple of leaves. So I'll cut it right here. Ready, set, and trim. Okay, so what I've done is I've got an open wound, an open cut here. I'm gonna let this sit out for at least overnight, maybe a couple of days, until that seals over. So it forms a callus. And then once the callus is formed, roots will start to form, and I can plant that into my bigger pot. Now, I'm also going to remove these bottom leaves because I'm going to need enough stem to plant. So I'm going to take these guys right off, snap them right off. Now I could probably propagate the leaves as well, but I don't need more plants, so I'm good. So he is going to sit out and wait for that callus to form. And already this pot looks more balanced. Okay, this guy, let's repot this one. So I have a terracotta pot here that I'm going to use. I've started filling it with my potting mix, and of course for succulents you're going to use a potting mix that's specifically for succulents. Some people make their own mix. I generally don't. I just stick with something I could buy off the shelf. And this one is for cactuses specifically because it's really well draining. So succulents don't want to sit in water. They want super well draining soil. So I put my gloves on and let's get to repotting this guy. So it's always kind of fun. I love looking at what's going on under the soil. So this will be fun. So just pulling it right out of the pot. Ooh. I'm gonna knock off some of this soil because I'm super curious about the roots. Lots of little root action going on in here. what's happening. Okay, so I used to make a lot of mistakes. One of those mistakes was putting rocks at the bottom of my pots. You guys don't do that. Don't do that. I'll do a whole nother video as to why that is not a good idea. Oh, I just got caught. Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's look at these guys' roots here. Let's change the subject. All right, so pretty well established roots. Let's get the other rock out of there. So embarrassing. No, actually, it's not embarrassing. It's okay to make mistakes and to learn as plant parents. That's what we do. Okay, so now I have a little bit too much soil in here and more rocks. Okay. All right, so it's a pretty big pot, but that's okay. And I'm going to put him over to the side a little bit because I'm gonna have some more plants to put in here. Not right away, of course, because these plants have to begin to root. Okay, so you can see, like the roots are very short. That's why they don't mind being crowded, because it's not like a lot of roots are trying to fight for space, right? So you can definitely crowd your succulents. Plus, I think it makes for a really cool looking pot. So I'm gonna put more soil in here. And so you really have to be careful when you're potting your succulents because they don't have super strong roots to grip, right, to hold on, to stay upright. So pretty firm with the soil. And if you knock off a leaf when you're repotting your succulent, do not worry. It's totally fine. You can propagate it or just not worry about it and it will grow back. Okay, so this guy is in a new pot. Ooh. And he's not very stable, so I'm gonna firm that down. And probably what I'll do is put some sticks in here to support him while his roots work down and grip the soil. Okay, so remember, I will be putting this guy in here, and okay, you stay there, little buddy. I'm actually going to use this to kind of support him while we're working. Okay, so this planter that I said I don't like at all, first thing I'm gonna do is take this plant out. And so I'm gonna make a mess. Working him out. Ideally, I'd have a little tool with me. There's one plant. Remember, they're very hardy. They're gonna be fine when I repot them. Take this guy out. There's another one. And so this one, you can see he's turning brown on the bottom, but he's making some babies. So I'm actually gonna cut those off and root those in another pot. And here we go. He's got some nice roots digging down. Hello there, mister. So you can see the roots on this guy. Not super substantial for the size of that plant, but he's obviously healthy and he's making new growth. So he's also gonna go in this pot. So, gonna make some room in my pot for this new plant. And then this pot is just gonna be super cool. It's just gonna be the plants are gonna get long and they have plenty of room to move about. So I'll probably plant this one right over here. I've left some space for that. So there you go. And then this pot, I'm gonna actually move him to the center. He's also sprouting a baby. So you can be kind of aggressive with these guys. It's okay. Ooh, nice. And again, some of these leaves broke off. No big deal. He's gonna go right into the center, like so. And then he's gonna be It's gonna get to be the centerpiece of this pot. That's gonna look a lot more balanced. While I'm at it, I'm gonna cut this little baby off. So I've got another little plant. Like I said, I really don't need more succulents, but I love to give plant gifts to people. So I'll probably put a little pot together for somebody for a gift. All right, so he's just gonna get to be the star of this show. And I've made a thorough mess, which is totally fine. And it's why I love gardening and playing with houseplants so much. You get to make a mess in the dirt. Okay, he's not gonna wanna stay up. So again, I'll find some sticks to support him as well. So, you gonna stay up for me? Nope, he's gonna need this little cup temporarily to support him as well. Okay, he's not. This is live, people. Okay, I'm gonna put him on here and he'll get supported by the base of my stool. Okay, one more that I want to work with. I really like this pot. I put this together fairly recently, but already this guy in here is kind of like going crazy and wants to be the big tall Mr. Tall winner. So he's gonna get a cutback too. He's gonna get a beheading, and I think I'll do it right here. Good. So this will create new growth, no problem. This one, again, I'm gonna leave him out for a day or two to seal off, callus off, and then I will find a new pot for this one. So that's it. Lots of different ways to control overgrowth in your succulents. The one message I want to impart to you is don't be afraid of your succulents. They're very hardy. You could be pretty aggressive with them, and they will bounce back. If you have any succulent or other plant questions, just leave me a message. And as always, I really appreciate your support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your nice comments and for coming back. So if you'll give it, oh, don't eat my plant. If you'll give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, I'd be just so pleased.